Welcome back to the Fosslands YouTube channel, welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and the Maidstone United series, and in today's episode we are facing AFC Wimbledon in an away game. They're 7th. At the moment we are top of the table, that's how we ended last episode, and we're still there, so that's pretty good. And hopefully we will continue to stay top by the end of today's video. If you're enjoying the series, make sure you drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they're turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live, and follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. Last episode was a 1-0 win against Southend, a pretty underwhelming game. Loza scored the goal just before half time. Apart from that, it wasn't a great deal that happened really, but it's 3 points once again, so that's good. We started the off-screen games with a match against Stevenage, which I didn't realise was in the EFL Trophy. I forgot about that tournament. I thought Stevenage were 3rd in our league. They're not, they're in the league below us, and this is the EFL Trophy. And this was, I don't know if you remember, but I did a team meeting after the last game against Southend and said that we started really well. And usually if I do a team meeting, performances start to drop. And this was a 0-0 draw against Stevenage. It went to penalties. And we converted all 5 of our penalties. The only one that was missed was Binham Williams, who put his over. And that's the only gap between us. Otherwise, it was a stalemate. And it wasn't a great game either. 0-0 draw after 90 minutes. Went to penalties and we won 5-4. So the penalty win gives you 2 points in the group stages of the trophy. And if you lose on penalties, you get 1 point. So a little bit different. So we have 5 at the moment. Of course, we beat the Arsenal reserves 4-0 earlier on. The next one's against Barnet, which is the game following today's against Wimbledon. So we should be going through there. If Barnet beat us and Arsenal win, then we will not be going through. But hopefully that doesn't happen. We also failed to score against Mansfield, who got promoted in 2nd place. Of course, they beat us on the final day last season. And they beat us again here today. Greg Lewis scored on 38 minutes. And again, we didn't look particularly good in this game. I had to make a few changes though. I was forced into some changes because of the closeness of the fixtures, because of the congestion. And we lost 1-0, and once again we failed to score in 90 minutes, which is a bit disappointing, and we weren't especially good in this game again. So, we had some people on international duty in this game, and also MacLeod was suspended because he'd had 2 yellow cards, or too many yellow cards. So we did have to make some changes in this game, and, I think the changes kind of affected our performance. However, after a week's break, we came back nice and rejuvenated and we beat Nottingham Forest 3-0. Forest not looking too good at the moment. Relegated from the Championship and sit 19th in League One. Not having a good time at the moment. Phil Parkinson's still in charge, but I think he is in danger of being sacked. Forest are not having a good time. But yeah, 3-0 win here. Spence scored a goal on 21 minutes. And then in the second half, Joe Pickett scored after just 2 minutes of the half. And then an own goal by Tommy Spur, and the ball sort of bounced off him into the goal. A 3-0 win. It's good. It was a good performance. Forest, but just hopeless. So we had a good game against Oxford. 6 goals in this one, and it was interesting. We went behind fairly early. J. Emmanuel Thomas in the 10th minute. He's been around quite a few places. I remember when he was a youngster at Arsenal. But he's been all around the block. He's been playing in the Championship and League One for a good 10 years at this point. And he's now finding himself at Oxford, where he's nailed down a starting role, which is good for him. And he got the first goal in 10 minutes. Then an injury to our right back, Kane, forced us into a change. And Winter moved to right back and Andreas Edmondson came on, looking for more first team football. But in the second half, lots more action. We scored twice in 2 minutes. Joe Pickett and then Taylor Neal. But then Oxford equalised, Emmanuel Thomas getting his 2nd goal of the game to make it 2-2. And then Jamal Lowe was there with a brace in the last 10 minutes, giving us the win. Scores first on the 82nd minute and then gets our 4th goal in the 86th minute. So good response to going behind, and the substitutions worked out well. Winter did well after moving the right back. Edmondson came on and did really well as well. So we did pretty good in this one. Got a good away win. Oxford are in the lower half of the table, but away wins are always difficult to come by. And then lastly, it was a narrow 1-0 win against Walsall. Loza scored on the 43rd minute, again, just before half-time. And again, it wasn't a fantastic game. It was a solid performance by us, defensive-wise anyway. But going forward, apart from the goal, we didn't really create a lot of clear-cut chances. That being said, neither did Walsall. Only 2 shots on target out of 10. So again, not a particularly enthralling game, but a win under the belt. So, defeat against Mansfield, the only blemish there. We're still looking very good. We're getting a lot of green in there. Still only the one draw competitively this season against Bradford. We haven't drawn any other games. So that's good that we're not drawing, not dropping points. But, just a little bit of red here and there. I think it's 4 defeats. Yeah, 4 losses. So we are top of the table. 2 points clear of Burton Albion. Middlesbrough, Rotherham, Blackpool and Millwall round out the top 6. Millwall, after a brilliant start, have really come unglued recently. They've not been doing especially well. Just looking at the player stats, Jamal Lozit is our top scorer at the moment with 11 goals. Taylor Neal actually has the highest average rating, 7.4, and he has the most assists and the most man of the match awards. So Taylor Neal having a fantastic season. Although a lot of these attributes are going down, he's up to 3-star current ability. His free kicks are now 16. He's got flair as well. And he is turning into a really good player on that left flank and hopefully will continue to improve. Other stats as well. Spence has the best pass completion. Jack McCourt with 7 yellow cards. No red cards yet this season. That's good. And we've received the draw for the FA Cup first round. And we've got a pretty good tie. It's our old friends from the Vanarama National League, Sutton United, who in our very first season, we couldn't beat them. They beat us 5-1 in an away game, and then it was a draw at Gallagher Stadium. So, old friends from the Vanarama National League, they're still there. They're slowly making their way up the table. They had a 7th place finish last time, but at the moment, they're bottom. So, only 2 wins in the National League. That's good. That tells us that, they should be, on paper, pretty easy to beat. And I'm hoping that we can get to the 3rd round this season and then hopefully find ourselves against Premier League opposition and we'll get some money from the gate receipts. We'll see. But today it's AFC Wimbledon who are in 7th place, which isn't too bad. They've been a lower half team in League 1 for a good few years now after their promotion from League 2. So they're having an okay time of it. And we'll see how this goes today. So this is the team that's been playing recently. Callum Guy, we did bring in the end, the free agent. Just because we needed a player and he was the best one out of the free agents. So he's 3.5 stars. He doesn't look too bad. And so far in 3 appearances, only one of them starts. He's not done too badly. So that's good. He's got a bit of a knock at the moment, no hamstring injury. So we will start Jack McCourt in this game. Kane is still out after his injury and he's going to be out for another couple of weeks or so with the ankle injury. That's the only injury concerns we have. Joe Pickett did pick up a knock in the previous game, but he's fine now. And the team's looking pretty strong. We're going to go back to Andre Burley at left back. He did miss out in the last game because of the injury. We're going to bring him back in. And I think that will be it. Yeah, I'm giving Facey a run of games because the Cardiff manager, Steve McLaren, complained that we weren't giving him enough game time, which I do agree with. He's not done particularly well. That big spike there was in a reserve game in the 8.9. So in the first team, he's not really done anything. So hopefully we'll see something today. AFC Wimbledon have returned to Plough Lane, which is good to see. Plough Lane has been rebuilt 2019. So last year, Plough Lane returned. 20,000 capacity. This is going to be an interesting game. We're on a good run, so hopefully we can keep it up. This is going to be a tough game, and let's see what happens. Now, so far, we have a perfect record in live comms this season. We've won all 3, so hopefully we can continue that. So far, it's a Charlton, Southend, and whoever we faced in the first game, which was Plymouth. So hopefully we can add Wimbledon to that list of people we've beaten in live comms this season. But the early shot is held by the keeper, Lumley. Same highlight here. Taylor Neal with the ball into the middle. Here's Clive Hawkins. I left Pickett on the bench. I probably shouldn't have done that. But here's Facey and Loza. And the ball's just wide. And a decent chance for us there. And only 12 minutes in. That's not a bad start by us. Wimbledon have not had a shot on goal yet. But they might have one here from this corner. It's come to Suarez. And the ball is saved. Danger's not over yet though. Hosey now on the ball. And he's being pressured by the defender. Here's Nightingale. And Jose again. And the cross, and it's collected at the near post by Thompson, but it's been taken out for a corner. And this corner headed away by Facey. Here's Tormey, and the shot's blocked, and it's another corner. Now Wimbledon is starting to pressurise us, so let's see if we can just end this danger and get it into their half. Another corner here. Tormey's taking it this time. And it's headed away again by Winter. And now maybe the counter-attack is on. Clive Hawkins. Why do I keep calling him Connor? Spence, and... we went behind Facey, not the greatest ball to the right flank. Facey now And he's been brought down by Suarez. We've got a free kick, no card at all. Facey's not done a great deal on that right-hand side, like at all, since he's been playing. So hopefully we'll see some more. 25 minutes. I'm just going to encourage the team. Neil with a free kick here. And it's fallen to Finney. And it's, whoa, I don't know how we haven't put that in. Kind of regretting leaving Piggott on the bench. And Facey has not done especially on that right-hand side. And we've got another injury to Burley. That's not very good. That's, what is it? That's a foot injury. So that's probably like the ankle, I imagine. So we'll bring Connor Wood in. But again, forced into a change. It's not really very good. It's not good at all. I don't know about really. That's just not good. We've had a lot of injuries recently. I mean, thankfully they're not lengthy ones, but it's enough that they're missing game time. And half time, it's goalless. A good few shots, but only one each on target. I'm going to say that we've been unlucky and things haven't gone right so far. I was going to say to the guys that there's a lot more to come from you. And we know you can do it. We know that they can win games. Just going to push Taylor in a little bit further forward. Just going to go for a 4-2-4. It's a bit top heavy attacking wise, but I think we'll be okay. 2 minutes into the second half, here's Alex Winter, McCourt, and a clearance forward by Meads. Or Meades, I don't know how that's said. Tormey with the ball now. Attempted sliding tackle there. Didn't pay off. And now Appiah. Or Appia. Again, I don't know. Jose. Wimbledon on the attack here. And a low cross. And Thompson almost spilled it into his own net there. Facey to Spence. McCourt back to Facey. And Clive Hawkins finds Loza. That's a good ball. And it's hit the post. And it's not going to go in. It was rolling towards the goal. But Lumley with the awareness to stop it from going over the line. This is, again, a rapid start to the second half. Still just one shot on target for each team. That's no good. We are going to get off Loza 57 minutes in. Going to move Hawkins into that advanced forward role and bring on Joe Piggott. He should have started. I just made a mistake to not put him in. Piggott's first involvement in the game, really. Neil. That's a good ball for Hawkins. Hawkins. Is he one-on-one? Is he going to score? Yes! Clive Hawkins makes it 1-0. Telly Neal with another assist. That's his 11th assist, I think. He's doing extremely well. And a 1-0 lead in the game at Wimbledon. Lovely stadium. It looks really cool. Hopefully, if they do rebuild Plough Lane, it'll be brilliant. Just like the old one was. Hawkins makes it 1-0. And hopefully we will continue to win. 15 minutes left. Do I dare go defensive? Last 10 minutes, I think we will now. Not contain, defensive. Goal kick by Robbie Thompson. Nightingale with a header forward. Here's Jack McCaw. Maybe a chance for a second here. Taylor Neal to Spence. And Neal again, and he's taking it out wide. And the cross is in there. Piggott, it's intercepted. Now Tormey for Wimbledon. And a long ball. And Sol's in behind the defence. And it's wide again. Wimbledon just not doing it today. Last few minutes. Change to make. Facey's going to come off. We'll just bring on Hartley in that slightly deeper right midfield role. Late corner here for Wimbledon. Probably their last chance. And it's beating it. Sanford. And they've scored it. 94th minute of the game. And Wimbledon equalise. Leaving it late. We'll see it again. It was another set piece. It was a header away by Piggott. But Sule to Beadling and then Sanford, who was unmarked inside the 6-yard box. And I think that's how it's going to end now. A goal kick by Thompson. And the final whistle sounds Wimbledon 1, Maidstone 1. I think that's fair. They had 20 shots. So maybe lucky to avoid defeat there. I think that was a bit unlucky. Oh, that's 4 to 5 weeks for Burley. That's not good. A month with that left back out. And only one left back left. Reynolds, he's on loan at Kingstonian. I don't know if I've told you that. It's only our second draw of the season, and first time this season we fell to win a live com, but not a bad result. I mean, I would have preferred a win, but I'm not too disappointed in that. Let's have a look at our upcoming games then. We start off with Sutton in the FA Cup and then Barnet in the EFL Trophy. And then it's Millwall, Fleetwood, Northampton, Burton, who is second, so we could do that. or we could do Rotherham, who are 4th. I think it's going to be one of those two. So we'll be sort of end of November, start of December. We haven't got a 2-week break there. That's rare. We actually have a 2-week break. I guess there's going to be FA Cup games in there, though. That might be where the second round is. So I think we'll do Burton. Because if the FA Cup's going to be in there, it'll be 7 until Rotherham. So I think it'll be Burton. If we get to the 3rd round of the FA Cup, I might start doing those games. Because that might be where we face someone like a Liverpool or a Man United or a Man City. We could get a really big team if we get to round 3. So hopefully we'll do that, but it depends. 1, if we can beat Sutton, which we should be, and 2, if we can get through whoever we get in the second round. And we won't get anyone above League 1 in round 2 because the Championship teams and the Premier League teams don't come in until round 3. So realistically, in the second round, we'll get someone who is either in the division we're in or lower, which hopefully we'll win. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching it. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when it's up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next episode where we're going to be taking on, who did I say? Burton Albion in League 1. Where else? That's what we're in. They're 2nd, so they're just behind us. So it's going to be, at the moment, a top 2 tie, but we'll see if it stays that way when we get to the end of November. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Goodbye.